we'll never be able to track any of the calls or anything because attribution's dead in the water. We have to track this like good old-fashioned top-line metrics, like as always.
This account has been here for years. They're a really high-end luxury Persian rug store
I know them very well.
based in the Silicon Valley. So good location, but their store is located somewhat in a corner, so people aren't really like they don't really go there. But and whatever we've been running, and the budget is just $2,000, and I think we've tried. Everybody before me has also tried everything on this account, from LSA to inbound campaigns to performance max campaigns, etc. Currently, we're only doing local campaigns for them. So basically just tracking driving directions, maybe one or two calls in a month, but nothing beyond that. I just wanted to know if you think there's anything that can be done that'll help save this account or improve what Google Ads can do for them.
Problem is like, how do you sell 2, 3, 4, 12, 15, $20,000 rugs online?
Yes.
The local campaign, I would say, is fine. I wouldn't measure driving directions. Those are going to be way too warm. There are people that are like trying to pick up things, and that's like 50 a week, which Google thinks, oh, let's see the driving directions and Stream Map is doing like 12 per week, and it's like, yep, $200, 12. That's good. I would only do them in Performance Mac just calls.
Okay.
The Smart Campaign, I don't remember. Can you turn off conversion actions for Smart Campaign? Those are defaulted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So the Smart Campaign makes sense. So as a PMAX, I wouldn't do driving directions because those are kind of overlapping with Smart. Have they tried Meta?
They're not doing anything. No Meta, no organic, nothing. Like, there's nothing happening.
With Performance Max, I would say in Smart Campaigns, I honestly would say trying a local Meta campaign with heavy visuals. Yeah, I would say that is probably the better bet for growth. Right now, inbound growth on this type of item, I mean, their foot traffic is going to be good, but I would say that they would have to. Here's the problem. We don't know actually anything that's happening in that company. Like, we don't have his physical locations, P&Ls, right?
We don't.
Like, we don't necessarily have. We have online metrics. That is nothing. I mean, that one driving direction could be worth $100,000.
Right.
We have no idea. So the part that we'd have to look at is probably something you may not want to share with us. Probably not, which is actual in-store revenue and awareness. Because unless the in-store revenue and awareness is actually climbing and rising, thank you, there's really nothing that we can identify based on, is this working or is this not working for him?
Right.
Do you think he would actually share, like, hey, we'd like to do actually a local strategy with foot traffic, but I hope you can understand that it feels busier is not a barometer I can use to optimize with. Yeah, so that's the 2 years. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is I think like we'd have to do a visual different way. Be like, hey, things are going to get more convoluted, more expensive, more, everything's getting worse right now. It's a bloodbath out there. Google and Meta haven't monopolized the entire country. Here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to run very localized, almost like geo-fenced campaigns to your business with a high amount of visuals and see if this actually increases your in-store traffic. No one's going to put a rug on, e-commerce and check out. Like, that doesn't happen. And we'll never be able to track any of the calls or anything because attribution's dead in the water. We have to track this like good old-fashioned top-line metrics, like as always. But we need more local awareness to a storefront to have more more phone calls and more walk-ins, because that's the only way this is going to work. Like, the reason why you go down to your local X, Y, and Z is because you probably found out about it on some sort of outreach that they do. Like, very rarely you're just like rug store near me and be like, oh my God, I found it must be the best compared to the other 230 in my 20-mile radius. Like it needs to have that unique ability to keep top of mind. I think Meta would actually probably be a better campaign here because we kind of threw the kitchen sink at it for a couple of years. Let's try something new.
Got it.
He might be open to that, but like, hey, I think we've beaten this horse to death. We've captured all of the available demand that we want to spend money on. I think we need to kind of work at it's a little bit of low cost, high volume, high visual outreach to people that are affluent in our area that probably have a Persian rug interest that are in the top percentile of income earners. Like, let's try that. Just see if we can reach out to them. Very inexpensive. It's probably only be about $10 CPMs, I imagine, on Meta localized campaigns like that.
Got it. Okay.
Cool.
Hey, John.
Yep.
I have a question for you. So for one of the issues we've always been facing is that we're in this really competitive jewelry market where their products are like $500 to $1,000, but then if it's jewelry, gold jewelry, there's products that are like $50